no, nigga. Them niggas did not perform the bridge for Can We Talk, and it pissed me all the way off.
What are you talking about?
Um, the band that worked that Khalil and them, we had a gig on Tuesday, and
Again, another one?
and it was bad. Oh, it was bad
Why was it bad?
because people didn't know the words to the songs.
To the R&B songs that you were doing?
Mm-hmm.
Was the crowd just not?
No, not the crowd.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
So they knew how to play the song because they heard it.
The band was fantastic.
Oh, but the crowd engagement.
No, the singers were terrible.
So the girl.
Not the girl. Well, she was too. But we had two singers, and they both was really bad.
In regards to voice or just not knowing the words?
Just not knowing the words.
And they didn't practice that?
I don't know.
Aren't you the manager? Aren't you supposed to check in with them?
So it was a lot that happened leading up to this event. Leading up to this gig. We probably should have canceled, but it was too late to cancel. So we went through with it. And it was fine. It was cool. Because the band saved them. Good thing musicians know how to be musicians.
So where'd you find these girls at?
It wasn't. No, it was Sam and Dom.
Okay.
So Dom is the lead singer. But Dom didn't know the words. And he picked two of the songs, which pissed me off. And then they did Can We Talk? And how you not do the bridge for Can We Talk? Like that's the part everybody waits for. And you not do it because you don't know it.
That makes me sad.
I sat in the back like
because
I was Joe Jackson.
That's like one of those songs like the whole crowd sings and like you could even stop and like let the crowd. They could even let the crowd do it. They could have built up the crowd and let them do the verse and just did like ad libs.
I felt like Joe Jackson in the back.
Did you talk to them about it?
Yeah, I did. I told them they was trash.
What did they say? They know.
They know. Do y'all really know that y'all was really bad? Because if you knew how bad you were. So we had the rehearsal on Monday. And Dom showed up late. And Sam showed up. And as we were rehearsing, I'll put some of this on me because you trust people to be professionals in their profession.
You gotta treat the individuals.
We were working through the songs, working on the set list. And it wasn't perfect in practice, but I'm like, Dom gonna go home and listen to these songs. He gonna come tomorrow ready to rock.
So why didn't you just bring that up to his attention?
I did.
To listen to the songs?
I did.
And what did he say?
He said he was.
Oh, okay. Maybe he did and he forgot.
No, he did not. He couldn't have listened to them. There's no way in hell he listened to them songs. And then he had an iPad the entire time, looking at the words. But you can have the words, but if you don't know the cadence of the words, it don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Do you know how to work with your team better now?
Huh?
Do you know how to work with your team better now?
Yeah, it's called Find New People.
Okay. But in the midst of you not being able to find someone working through,
we won't take any. No, I won't take any gigs.
I thought you had something for New Year's or something like
that. We did. I canceled them.
Wow. You just said they're not ready.
Yeah, I'm not putting my name on that.
You think you need an assistant? I could be your assistant, Greg.
I don't need an assistant.
I could be your assistant, Greg.
For what? What do you need to assist me on?
Supporting the team. You know how I like to run shit anyway. You know, you gotta run out sometimes. I can still be like, rehearsal's not over. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Oh, I don't mind being mean. Like that. That's not.
I didn't think that you have a problem being mean. I'm just saying sometimes, you know, having an assistant that doesn't think so highly of everybody that will still treat them like, hey.
Like they're shit?
No, I wouldn't treat them like they're shit.
I would. And I'm going to.
And I would definitely like hone in on this is what I think let's even listen to the song. I think you should consider me.
I just want to say I understand why the music industry is so shice bob. 1000% understand why the head of record companies take so much money from the artists. Because artists are fucking stupid. They are very dumb. They're idiot people. I'm playing. I love y'all. I think artists are amazing people because I'm an artist myself. But no, also serious joke. I do understand why a record label does take so much money, Because if you are not going to bring your equipment, if I got to go pick up your equipment, I'm charging you for it. If I got to book the venue, I'm charging you for it. If it's so much.
But what would be the point of me using your label or your management if that's not what you're doing? Not saying like with the computer thing, whatever, but like if I could book my own venues, why do I need management? If I can do these things by myself, like
I 1000% agree with that. But my thing is, as soon as you enter a management deal, I understand why management takes so much money.
I guess
that shit is stressful as fuck.
I can understand how stressful it is, but I think it all comes into play with some people are good at talent, but not understanding the business or being able to do that. So that's why management is able to do that, not because they know and they just want you to do everything, and sometimes they just don't know better.
No, I totally get that. I just think, I just totally get it. Like I think I'm more on the side of the label now than I am of the artist, because I just think, one, you just gotta read your contracts, but also, if there's a lot of work that's done behind the scenes before you even get on stage and talk into a microphone or get into the studio and lay down a track, and I think that work my stance. I think you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know how to market it, who cares?
I agree. And I'm not saying I'm not in the music industry, but I have worked with small businesses where they can do the service 100%. But when it comes to the business aspect, the marketing aspect,
they can't do it.
They can't do it.
And that's usually most musicians.
And I think that's why management is so relevant. And labels end up being relevant because of the money that they're putting forth, even though they're taking money away. There's like this lump sum that you're looking for. So I can see how an artist can do that, especially if they, like, we think about rappers and how rappers, take these deals. I feel like they're better now because we have like other social media platforms that they're able to do that. But back in the day, it was just like, I could either sell these drugs or I could get this lump sum and I could just catapult from there. And so it's not really about the fine print. It's like, I see the money. And that's why I'm doing this service. It's not about all the stipulations in play until you find out at the end of the year that now you might owe these niggas.
Watch your docket. Watch your ducats. That's all I'm going to say. And trust the people who you are in charge of your money, putting in charge of your money.
I think that's harder. That's easier said than done.
Oh, I agree.
I think you trust somebody until they play you. You don't always assume that the person is trying to get you, unless, like, obviously they've given you some pause. But for the most part, when you do put that responsibility in somebody's hands, even when you think about child stars and their parents, like, you're not assuming that your parents are going to steal from you.
True.
You're going to assume that they are going to be able to support you, put some money away, and be able to take care of the household. But then you come out, you broke.
Yep. Everything is cool until it's not. All right. Banter. And the banter question is Thanksgiving just passed. Turkey, mac and cheese, stuffing, collard greens, pie. What is something? Two-part question. First part. What is something that you must have at a Thanksgiving meal in order for it to feel like Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
For you, personally?
Yeah, because I always like it depending. Well, now it's different now, but back in the day, for sure, like with my family, like we would always have Sunday meals, and it would be like a full course, different proteins, different sides, things like that. So it wasn't until like, there's a turkey there that for me, I say like, this is Thanksgiving. Because I've had all the fixings on a non-Thanksgiving until I said that big ass turkey. And I'd be like, oh, Thanksgiving.
Got you. I'm gonna agree on some levels. For me, it's my uncle's fried turkey. Like, if it ain't fried turkey, if it ain't no fried turkey, I think give it Thanksgiving.
And that's why I was like, I'm gonna bring you some fried turkey because again, it's something that's regular for me.
Fried turkey is regular?
Fried turkey is regular for me. Yes.
You have fried turkey every day?
Not every day, but I can if I wanted to.
How many times throughout the year do you have fried turkey?
I can. Well, now I don't eat as much, but my grandma used to cook fried turkey on a Tuesday. Like, mom, it's just
not turkey wings.
No, fried turkey.
Like you got a fried. Like, dip the turkey in oil?
Not like what you see like online, because I think Haitians prepare them differently.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they take turkey and they fry it.
No.
I'm gonna bring you some because like you can get it at any Haitian store any day of the week. Like it's not.
But is it crunchy like
Yes.
Unc's turkey?
Yes, and then there's a sauce too that complements it. That just makes it.
Sauce?
Yes, Greg. Like it's perfect. Shoot, I brought some fried turkey. It hit.
I am not going to sit here and say you're lying.
I still owe you some Haitian food. I'll bring some to you, but yeah, the fried turkey. But I guess that's just a tradition for you.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, with that, that's something that I would have saw on a Sunday table, like, and I wouldn't think that it was Thanksgiving. I just knew that it was Sunday, and we all got to eat together that day. We didn't have to eat with each other any days of the week. Like I could take my plate and I can either like go in the living room or my room. I could go anywhere. Mm-hmm. But when it came to Sundays, we all had to sit at the table and eat together after church. Mm. Or we would go get something to eat. But yeah.
Second part is what ruins a Thanksgiving meal for you?
Something isn't cooked like this year for me. And you know what? I can't even say this because like I said, I was around people ate the same food as me and it didn't affect them. But something that I ate this year did not sit well with me at all. And it kind of messed up my whole Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry.
Me too. Because I got leftovers and now I'm afraid to eat them. Like it was good. It was so good that I wanted to eat it.
You got leftovers from Thursday?
Well, yes.
You should eat that regardless.
Well, Greg, I would have ate it sooner, but I got sick. There was nothing for me to do.
That's why we leftovers.
Huh?
This is why we leftovers. This is leftovers.
Oh my gosh, like Thanksgiving food leftovers, it always tastes better the next day.
Only pasta.
No. I don't even know. Who eat pasta on Thanksgiving? What kind of pasta y'all eat?
Macaroni and cheese.
Oh, macaroni. I thought you were talking about I guess. But no, those are not the only things that taste good. Turkey still tastes good if it's done right. So good.
Turkey wings, we put them in the air fryer.
See, but you keep thinking about the fried ones. Like even when it came to turkey, like
I think regular turkey is just not good. I think it's just dry.
I think it's who's making it. Because the turkeys that I've eaten wasn't dry to the point where I could put it on a sandwich now. Like the turkey is always good. I never had a complaint about the turkey. Actually, this year I don't even think I had turkey. I knew that it was there. I knew I was gonna get some, but I don't think I got any this year. But yeah, no. Turkey always juicy. Sauce always right. Even when it congeals and you like heat it up.
Nope.
I'm never disappointed. Especially when you go to the white meat, to the dark meat, I'm with it.
Yeah. So once you put black, it'll go back.
It depends.
You been back?
Not yet.
You ain't going back.
Wait a couple of years, Greg.
Okay. Gigi, the day I see you walking with a white nigga,
Are you serious?
I'm gonna laugh my ass
Please don't disrespect me.
all the way off.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Because I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah, you would.
No, I might laugh on the inside, but I'll never laugh.
Okay, why would you think I would like laugh in his face?
Because that's how you came off.
Now, come on, that's just asinine.
And then you find out like he's super cool.
Still wouldn't take away from the fact that he's white and with you. It's still funny as shit.
What's wrong with a white man being with you?
I don't know. And I know you're going to be like, I did want you to do the best. I got that. I don't care.
Okay.
I've never seen you with a white person, and I think it'd be fucking hilarious. It's like you see me with a white... If you saw me with a white chick, what would you think?
Greg is going through a phase.
But if you walked in with a white guy...
And that's because I've actually like dated them. Like it's different. Like you mean shit, right? Maybe like 4 years ago. Maybe like 4, 5 years ago. Yeah. What was 4 years ago? Like 2020? 2020? 2020 was when we had the. Oh yeah, no. What you say? No, maybe. Okay, because then it wasn't. Then it maybe it could have been like, damn, because pandemic. Because that's a time frame. You think about before that. Yeah, maybe like. Nah, maybe like 2015.
At what point is something
like
so far past in the past?
I'm just saying, like it wasn't that long ago. It just happened to be the men that I dealt with after the fact. Like they just happened not to be them, but it didn't change. Yeah, like I had like, and that's in essence of dating. Okay, so I'm not gonna put a time frame on it, but you do know somebody that I did deal with that happened to be white, and now there wasn't a relationship, but we definitely like dealt with each other. You don't know none of them. Yes. Yes. And it was interesting because, like, outside of like the men that I actually like was with, either like in relationships or whatever, I had a moment in time where like only white men were attracted to me. And if black men were attracted to me, they wasn't looking for me. Only white men was looking for me at one point in time. No, I'm telling you the perception that I was dealing with, not what could have actually happened, because there was a time period where it was just white men that was finding themselves attracted to me, and sometimes I was attracted to them, yes, and black men weren't, and I really felt some type of way about it because I was like, I think that black men should find me attractive, but they weren't talking to me. The white men were. Understand. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can feel that way as a black man, like I was very curious to see, like, if I was in a room full of like black people and there was like a white guy, the white guy would be the person that would talk to me, and I would be actually shocked, and I'd be looking around like, why? I'm saying that. I'm not the only black woman there. Okay. You can find. Yeah, because that's exactly what happened in those situations. Like if I just felt like I was just on a long list of women that he was just trying to talk to, that's different. I'm gonna move differently. Okay. Black people. What kind of guys do you be around? It's a mixture. Like there's not more men than women. Like it's men and women there. Just happen to be predominantly black, and then there's this one white man that's there. I would say I'm gonna tell you that that's the parties that you've probably gone to. I really haven't seen that. If I don't even want too long. I'm probably the person that would do that. We were recently at your Friendsgiving, and
That's a perfect example. That white girl kept talking all fucking night.
to who?
Everybody.
We didn't really talk. I don't even know which one you're talking about.
The white chick that came with Charles.
Wow, okay. No, it's not.
The white chick that came with Charles, she made me mad because she sat in my seat.
So why don't you just suck it up?
Because I didn't know how to, because I didn't know her. And I felt like I had to be a guest. I mean, I had to be a good host.
So you let her sit in your seat?
Yeah, and I was just going around telling everybody I was upset because I wanted to sit in my seat. But she kept talking like she was the most vocal, talking to everybody under the sun, like boom buzz. Like she kept trying to tell us that she knows us because she came to Montclair with party with us, and we looking at her like, bitch, what are you? Like, who are you?
So unfortunately, I didn't experience that. So, like I said, I can see how your experiences say that for you. That's just not how my experiences have been. But it's not like that anymore. But there was definitely like a time where I honestly was just like, what is wrong with me as a black woman that these black men don't want none of this chocolate? Yeah, they don't want it. And these white men were pursuing me. And I had good experiences. I had weird experiences. I had bad experiences. And I had experiences that I never want to have again. But it did give me a different attraction because I was always attracted to black men. But when you find attraction within another culture and they also find you attracted to, it kind of opens up the possibility of, yes, my ideal mate would be a black man, but I don't see nothing wrong if I ended up with a white man, a Spanish man, anybody outside of black. Just because of how I felt in a certain time in my life and how I feel like they made me feel that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think I'm officially out of being outside of my culture, which is black culture, like straight nigga, black city culture. I can't. It's a challenge.
So are we being specific, or because I know what your experiences are? Outside of that, I don't know what your other experiences are.
Oh, well, those are my experiences. You know my experiences.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, what's wrong with that?
A lot. It's a lot. Well, I can only speak for myself. Okay. So I was heavily into the Caribbean culture.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say that.
And I can't date a Caribbean girl. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Why not?
I think the family dynamics just don't work for me. Even though I want family, like my own immediate family. I think in my experiences, the male dominance within the culture can't really deal with either, because I believe in partnership. I don't believe in ultra submissiveness, I would call it.
That's how deep, like, you experienced that? Mm-hmm. That's, okay. And I'm sorry to cut you off. I want you to continue.
No,
like, that wasn't my household.
Like, what do you mean? Like, being submissive to the male?
Yeah, no, that wasn't my household.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. I know how to treat a man, but my mom, I don't want to say my mom was the head of household, but she really ran shit. Like, it wasn't like my dad say something and it goes. Like, if my mom want to do something different, I feel like that's where some of my traits come from, where, like, I understand the idea of taking care of a man and making sure, you know, that he's taken care of. But when it does come to the household and we have children, like, it wasn't just what my dad said. Matter of fact, like, my mom was more a part of my education and everything like that. So she was more vocal about things and how the household was run than my dad. But my dad was my dad.
For sure. And you're right. What I'm saying is still that I believe, because I've seen in both of the relationships that I was in, exactly the same way that the house ran. The woman ran the household, but the buck stopped with the man.
No, it didn't stop with him.
If your dad said stay here, Did you leave?
Like in the house?
Just in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if I had to sneak out, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, no, I've always wanted to be independent. So it's like, that's why I was like, I get, because I grew up in it. So I saw different dynamics of it. I just also like grew up in it myself. So yes, there was maybe my aunt and uncle that maybe have those same experiences. But for me, when my dad met my mom, she was her. So she didn't need him. He wanted her. So she didn't have to be as submissive as you think, outside of the fact that that's your man and you want to be a type of submissive to him. Like, as a woman, you don't want to be king and queen. You know who your king is?
I would encourage you to explore that a little bit more.
I think that you didn't grow up with me, so you're not going to understand, because I've seen... With my dad? Great. Yeah, culture, yes. I'm talking about my household, Greg. When I started the conversation with you, I said, Greg, I'm gonna tell you about what's happening in my household. I didn't say the culture. The culture, absolutely. But I'm talking about my actual experiences. So I want you to know that although that might be the mind frame or even like the majority opinion, there's other experiences that people have within that culture.
I'm just saying, I would urge you to explore that a little bit more.
I've lived it for a couple of years, decades.
Okay.
I think that you misconstrue the idea of respecting a man.
No, I don't.
Especially somebody that is either your guardian or your spouse, to understanding the dynamics of. My dad was a partner. It wasn't just he decided on something and it happened.
Okay.
He may have influenced it, but that wasn't the determining factor.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
To get back to the banter.
I can't believe we're still in banter, Greg. Oh my God.
Oh, for me, you just can't fuck up like a staple in the dishes. Like, don't try to fuck with the macaroni and cheese because you want to try the recipe. Don't do that for Thanksgiving. We need regular macaroni and cheese. We know what baked macaroni and cheese is supposed to taste
agree.
like.
And not too much oil, because some people be saturating and you take it out and it just be a lot. And now I don't want to eat it. I try to just get it from the top.
But yeah, that was a great intro to the show.
That was a lot. I thought we were in a topic or something. Dang.
We didn't even get to the intro. Shit.
Damn.
All right, here we go.
What was that noise?
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
This is every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong. Gigi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Convo 168 of Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talks first. And I am joined here by my great sister.
Gigi. How do you think about my name?
No, I just know that's where the tag is going to go.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's just I'm not new to this. Seem like you are. How are you?
I'm fine, Greg. Like I said, I didn't get to enjoy Thanksgiving as much as I wanted to, but in the moment before, I wasn't feeling well. I had a great time with my family, and food was good. I just don't know what happened. And I'm just looking forward to this week. I know that there's some things happening for me that I'm really seeing. I'm excited to see how that pans out. I have no real specifics because that was the past. We're in the present, and I don't have nothing else to say. So with that being said, Greg, how are you?
I am okay. I'm good. Had a really good week. I was on vacation and had Friendsgiving.
Oh yeah.
It was great. Fuck whoever stole my torch.
Oh, Friendsgiving. I was there. I'm sorry. I had a good time.
Yeah, fuck whoever stole my torch. Dead ass.
That's messed up. Not a
Shout out to
man
the people who
torch.
bought me a bottle of liquor. I feel like I have a full top shelf bar in my
Shout out
house.
to them.
Which is great. And yeah, I just got to spend the weekend with people who I want to spend the weekend with.
I love that for you.
So, just had been on a constant high, I would say.
Mm.
Which was great.
Mm.
And now we in December.
Mm. Yes, we
And
are.
this year is almost over. Ain't that some shit?
I can't believe we've done this for a whole year now. I can't believe it.
But we here. We here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, let me tell you something real topic. Let me but no, because when you asked me earlier did anything eventful happen, I forgot.
See, you be shutting me down, and then you be
No,
bringing me
because
back.
as I your flashbacks are real. Flashbacks are real. Um, topics.
I'm screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to go first? Okay. Um. All right, y'all. So my topic is about rumors. Um.
There's a song called Rumors.
You, you wanted to sing it or something?
I think I'll
Thank you for interrupting me for that.
anytime.
So the question is, if you heard a rumor about you, it was told to you a couple of years ago. So it wasn't something that was originally said. This is something that you are told now, but was told, obviously, there's rumors to people a couple of years ago. You find out about this rumor, it's a lie. What do you do?
How has this rumor? Sorry, stupid microphones. How has this rumor affected me?
Friends you thought you had are maybe moving differently around you.
Um, I have way more questions, but let me stay here with you for a second. Um, in that situation, I probably won't respond to it because it feels like it has no effect on my life. Just the fact that someone knew a lie or has a lie about me that's not true. It doesn't really affect me. That's just in the space that I'm in now. So
Got it.
I wouldn't probably like, oh shit, that's crazy. Or I might be a dick and lean into it.
Understood. Okay.
Pause.
You could say pause now, but you was not okay with saying pause before.
Nah.
That was crazy.
But those are my that would be I would definitely just either ignore it or egg it on, antagonize it.
Okay. And does it matter the extreme, the rumor?
No, it doesn't because if it's not true, it's not true. Um, I think what would be more important for me is who is the messenger of the rumor.
Okay.
If
Why?
that makes sense.
What would that mean to you?
Like I could
If
care
you could.
less who started the rumor.
Okay.
Um, it's more about the person who received the rumor and believed it to be truth. If you and I are friends,
Do you think they should have brought it up to you sooner?
they shouldn't have brought it up to me at all. Because if you're my friend, you know that shit ain't true. So the fact that you even bring it up to me, there is some doubt in your mind that I could have possibly done this. So if anything, it's gonna make me question our friendship, not the person who started the rumor.
What about there are people that never said, oh, so the people that never said anything to you, they didn't believe it? Or maybe they believed it and now they just kind of move with caution.
What you mean? Say it one more time.
So the people that didn't say anything to you about it.
The person who received the rumor.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we have the person that told you. Now we have people that know that haven't said anything. But they move different around you.
Because they believe the rumor?
We don't know. Because you're saying that if they didn't say anything,
would know. Because if you're moving different around me, it's because you believe some part of that rumor is true.
There's no proof because there's nothing been said about it for me to assume that that's the case, right? But you can just see that with that rumor, you've already understood why there were people already not talking to you the same or reaching out to you the same. Like things were
and I
different.
get that. I'm saying like those people. Just so that we're on the same page, so,
Yes.
I'm understanding what you're saying. You are saying that the person who received the rumor, you have like, even though they've told you 2 years later after the rumor has been said, you now understand why people around y'all, they also know this rumor, and you can see why they've been acting the way they've been acting toward me because of this rumor.
Correct.
And now 2 years later, you're telling me why, and now it's all starting to make sense to
Correct.
me, right? I would still be on the same lines of fuck them, because if you knew me, like I don't, and this is just me. I think my circle is very tight. I don't think I have a lot of friends. I think a lot of people call me their friend. We've had this conversation many times. As far as the people who know me, like Gigi, you can hear something and know if it's true or not.
Understood.
And that wouldn't affect the way you move around me. So if it affected the way people moved around me, that's just because you just didn't know me. Cool. I probably didn't know you like that either, so it's all good. Like I said, it still goes back to the person who delivered the rumor.
Now, what if it happens with us? Like, think about the closeness of those relationships could be. Like, what if that happened with us?
Now we get into a different. To me, that's a different conversation, because if it comes from somebody who claims to know me and I claim that they do know me, then you don't know me, and now we have an issue.
So, would be the issue, and because I'm thinking about what you said initially. So, for the person that said something, questioned you, but the person that didn't say anything didn't believe it, and that's why they never brought it up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So now 2 years has passed, and they bring it up to your attention. Mm-hmm. Maybe not because they believe it, but this is what they were told.
Mm-hmm. Depends on why you're telling me. And I'm really not trying to play semantics game here with you.
Because it sounds like that, but I get it. I would say the same thing. Girl.
Because it's like if we chilling, and we joking around, laughing about something, and something of similar interest come up, like, yo, you know, somebody said you did X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. I'm like, word.
Yes.
That's to me nothing, because that doesn't give me any indication that you believed it. It's just that you heard it, and what about your day? Mm-hmm. Now, you coming to me 2 years later saying, randomly, yo, this was just a rumor, but did you really do X, Y, and Z? My first question is, why would you bring that up to me?
I respect it. You know what? Believe it or not, I didn't really know that we was able to expand on this without, like, you know, too much detail. But I think this is perfect, because it's definitely like how it was said and what was said. So let's expand on
That's
it.
character assassination right there.
So let's go to different, like, you already explained. Like, the one way is cool, the other way is questionable, which I can understand. Absolutely. Clarity. So my response would be, I initially would want to say something. Hey, you can't, don't. I do some shit. I know that. I know the type of woman that I am. I know that I could be a little vindictive. I know I could be revengeful. But there's just certain things that I don't like people putting on me. And I think it's understandable that some relationships may end. It doesn't matter about, the time frame. Sometimes people either grow out each other or they just find different interests in life that maybe just kind of take them on a different path. Shouldn't change that just because we can't be cool, that we can't care for each other from afar. And that's when I felt like I would have had to say something. Like, wait a minute. We used to fuck with each other heavy. And now, and I'm using obviously a situation where it's as close as me and you. It's enough where if you even had the inkling, like the one thing that you can do is have a conversation with me. Because no matter what I say, you're going to go with how you feel anyway. But at least I'm able to speak my piece. You're giving me a moment to at least give you an understanding because believe it or not, yes, Greg, I might know you, but there's things that change in our lives sometimes that we never thought we would be in until we're in it. And so I can't say that every judgment call is going to be the best judgment because I know my friend, but sometimes people make mistakes. So I would at least give them the benefit of the doubt and allow them to speak their piece. If they did that shit, they did that shit. And if they didn't, they didn't. But you would go off with how you feel about it at that moment. But I don't think knowing that I've heard something about you and I know that it's already been affecting people that we mutually know and how they're around you. And I believe that it's not true. But and if I'm just thinking about the other person, like, I don't want you to worry about this because I don't think that it's something that you need to worry about with whatever you may be going on with. Like, this is nothing. It doesn't change. Y'all not friends, like, whatever. But if I'm understanding how it has literally changed, like, the whole group of friends that you used to surround yourself around. And for me, I would have already accepted that. I'm okay with that. If you don't fuck with me, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not going to beg you to chill with me. I can make friends. I have friends. Like, I really like my solitude, to be honest. So that doesn't affect me. But to have somebody believe a lie and not approach me on it or give me a point where I can speak for myself, and then you wait 2 years, whatever years later to say something to me, just like, what do you want me to say? Like, that's my past now. I don't even want to acknowledge anybody. And anybody that may have felt different around me, I let those relationships go.
Yeah.
But now I have this, I would have this, like, thing in the back of my mind that, like, people I think fuck with me is just talking shit about me.
See, but I think that's where me and you differ in the situation. You think these people fuck with you, and I don't know what you mean by fuck with you. Like, is there a level to fuck with you?
Yeah, I gave you the level of, okay, I'm gonna tell you that, Greg, if you can see how me and you are cool, I've had closer relationships with other people like that. So I'm saying that if these were just regular associates in my life, and you know that I'm very friendly, so I have more associates than I really have friends. But if I could call you my friend, like, you know my family, you know my space, like, I'm very open and I'm very private at the same time. I know that about me. So to know that, and you know my private things, now you're my friend. You're not my associate. And so when it comes full circle and you see that the person that you let inside is poisoning the water for I don't know what reason that would be. And if you really believed that, why couldn't you initially just come to me?
See,
do you think it's not your place?
It's not my place. I don't care.
Well, yeah, now. I mean, I get that.
I don't think I would in general. So,
you didn't let me finish. Because I told you that initially I would want to say something.
So what would you do then?
Not say nothing.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying. Like, my initial reaction when somebody says something false about me is going to react. I'm going to want to say something. Because if it's not true, I don't...
Oh, yeah, that's not my issue.
They say that sometimes being quiet sometimes either perpetuate a lie. Like, I'm going to speak my truth and I'm going to shut it down. But it went to the point where I wanted to go to the source.
Yeah, okay.
And then when I thought about it, it was like, I don't fuck with you now. Me having a conversation with you is going to do what? Prove it. If I already know that you created this, like, you feeling some type of way. I'm not even thinking about you.
I'm the total opposite. I think there's power in truth. And like I said, if someone...
You just said you wasn't going to say nothing.
I'm not.
So there's power in truth.
There's power in truth. So like if someone who... let me give you a good example. Okay. You and I, right? That's one level of relationship, right? Not too many people in that category.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then there is a wider range of people who would consider me their friend. They would consider me their friend, right?
Yeah.
So let's say John comes to me and says, tell me about a rumor that he heard about me. No matter when it was, 2 years ago, a year ago, yesterday, he told me a rumor. And I don't think I would tell him the truth. I would either leave it vague or, most likely I would just leave it vague, like, oh wow, that's crazy. And just keep going and just keep progressing.
Yeah, because who is he?
That's what I'm saying. There's power in truth.
Yeah, but
you don't deserve, like, I don't feel like I owe you a truth. You would never come to me with a rumor unless you felt like it was, one, you had to feel like part of it was true, or two, you feel like it was somebody was throwing smell on my name.
It would be the latter.
So
if I felt like it was something that you needed to defend, if I was able to nip it in the butt, then I'm fine. But if it has like polluted other people, I would need you to know what was going on. Not because I believe it, but because I don't want you going around and smiling in these people's faces when this is what they think about you.
And for sure, that would be the only time I would need to give the truth, or I would feel required to give the truth, because now I have to defend my name. But if it's like, I don't know, I believe that we just care too much about what people say in general, especially when these people don't matter. Like if you don't matter, then the rumor don't matter. I can't say the rumor matters and say that you don't matter.
Understood. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. And that's where I'm at, where you at one point, okay, now it's okay. The conversation's about me. At one point, like, yes, you definitely did matter, and I definitely cared about you. But there was another point where I didn't. And now that you're becoming relevant again, I don't care enough to address something that I really don't believe. I'm not giving energy to something that I don't believe. I'm not going back and forth with somebody that I feel is malicious. And if they believed that initially, the first thing was to come to me, and you didn't. You went around everybody else. You went around everybody else, but you ain't talk to the one person that you talking about. That's pussy. You're a pussy. Because at this point, if you had so much will and belief in it, why are you not talking to the person that it's about?
Yeah. And mind your business.
And it's not even, no, I'm not talking about the person. I can't blame the person that got the information.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah,
because you can't control the information that you get. If I tell you something, Greg, I told you, and you could be like, why'd you tell me this? I didn't want to know this. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, you can't fault the person that's poisoning the water.
I can fault what the person did with the information, though.
No, because it could have been, I just gave you the two scenarios.
I know.
I wanted to let you know so you're aware of how people are may be moving differently against you, or I'm letting you know because I believe it. And in this situation I'm talking about, it wasn't a belief. It was the idea that I didn't bring it to you because I didn't believe it. But if you're questioning the relationships that have been different in your life, this is what I heard.
Got you. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. It's sad. It's a sad story because it's just like you're miserable and you want other people to be miserable with you, and I'm gonna leave you right there.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, you when you said it, you wanted to feel like, I think maybe she assumed it was gonna get to me, and it didn't get to me till now, and it's just like great because you picked the perfect time. A little fucked up, but I realized that I need to focus myself on other energy. And I don't want to do this no more. So I'm letting it go. I don't want to, I don't care anymore. I don't care what people think about me if I don't fuck with you. You don't do anything in my life. What you eat don't make me shit. And I'm just going to let that be. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. You know what I'm learning? It's a double-edged sword to like realizing who matters and like ignoring the noise, because it's a good thing like when you understand like, okay, these are the people who opinions I really care about. Like I care about what they say. But the double-edged sword to that is like, damn, I really care about what they say. So you become hyper focused on everything that they do or say to you. And I don't know. I'm just learning that there's a balance between it all.
I think it's a learning experience. And because like you will trust somebody until they give you a reason not to trust you, right? Yep. When someone eventually shows you who they are, you gotta believe it. Like so it's not about the going into it like, I don't know if I'm gonna trust this person. Like everything is a risk when you become vulnerable. But once somebody shows you who they are, you can't be upset if you don't believe that.
Oh yeah, I'm a firm believer in that too. Like I told you the truth when I showed you the truth. If you decide to believe it was a lie.
Yeah, very interestingly enough, like even in that situation, like that person, like and that's, I think that's why our relationship really got really distant, because I started seeing how she would be so manipulative in her friendships and how she would talk about to me about this person while she smiled. Like I started realizing, I was like, yo, you like you have no loyalties. Like you are like, I believe that everyone's going to have certain opinions about their friends, good, bad, or indifferent, but I don't believe that you have to go share those with other people. That's none of their business. And when I started seeing it more and more, I realized, I was like, if she's doing this to them, I know she's doing this to me. And I was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'd rather just distance myself. It could be amicable, it could be not. We could just not talk to each other. That's how I took it. I didn't even have to say goodbye. It just happened on its own. But to hear this bullshit, you're whack. You're whack. And I hope that helps you sleep at night.
You trash.
Because I'm sleeping good.
We good?
Yep.
All right. So my topic comes out of this whole Drake suing UMG about Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. He's claiming defamation, or it's not even a excuse me. It's not a lawsuit. It's a petition for a lawsuit. So my understanding is a petition is to get the court to decide if a lawsuit can be filed against someone. So you present all this evidence of what you believe has been done to you, and Drake is claiming that Universal has pretty much promoted the song "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar, like OD, like bots, streaming farms, getting it to #1 for as many weeks. Just oversaturating the song everywhere. And this is a song that's calling Drake a pedophile. And if you ask me, I just think Drake is afraid that this song will be played at the Super Bowl in front of billions of people. And that would not be good for Aubrey. Granted, we already saw it on Amazon Music. I think that was bad. But put it on the Super Bowl, It's gonna be even worse. But all that to say, we all know that Drake is the streaming darling. Like we know he gets billions of streams on Spotify and Apple Music. He is the streaming farm nigga. And because the situation where the streaming farms aren't working for him, in my personal opinion, I think he's being a little bitch about things and going in his crying wolf now, in a sense, right? So my topic is: have you ever been in a situation where something that was working in your advantage is no longer working in your advantage, and how did you respond to it?
Like the world was on fire.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Do you care to tell the situation?
Ah. Okay, it was a job I had, and it was very flexible for me. I was able to really do what I want when I want. Um, and it was always great when I did it. I don't want you guys to think that I was lazy, but I worked really on my time. And then structures changed, and I felt a little micromanaged. And I don't like being micromanaged because I already know, like, I do good work when I'm in this frame to do the good work. Now I get it that you want me to do a good work in a time frame, and it will be done, but in my time at your deadline. Does that make sense? And at that point, I felt, I want to say attacked. I felt like they were taking away my creative juices and my motivation because it just became something that wasn't about the quality, it was about the quantity, and the quantity would never be achieved because I don't have the mindset to care enough to do it. So it kind of just lowered my expectations, my motivation to even care enough to even want to work. Because when I want to work, they didn't want me to work. So yeah, it changed my whole perspective about that job, and then bounced. Yeah, because it's like when you have everything and then you are resort to the minimalistic of things, it changes everything when it's not expected. Like it's different if, maybe you lost your job and you have to change your expenses. Like those expectations of having lower expectations of what you have to deal with is different than when you have the incentives to be able to kind of just run your whole show. And then they tell you that no, you can't do nothing except in this box and you stay here. So when you had a full 2 bedroom, now you're resorted to a room. So it's the restriction. Like my whole world changed without my. I didn't know it was happening. It just happened so fast.
I think. Well, I think as you was talking about work, I think I just was in the same situation or a similar situation at work. Like for years, I had a supervisor, but I didn't have a supervisor who understood my job, right? And it was the greatest thing ever, freedom. Yay!
Yes, you're telling my story. Go ahead.
But when it was time for Greg to be like, oh, Greg needs a raise because I had a supervisor, but I told my work. So what was working for me for so long is no longer working because now I need somebody to be like, oh, no, he deserves his raise. Oh, yeah, I need somebody who's trying to fight for my raise.
Yeah.
Fight for myself. Um,
Which I think, and I'm sorry, I don't. No, please finish your thought. I'm sorry. Which I think is a false positive because the work kind of speaks for itself. Like the magnitude of what you do, even if someone's not readily watching you, they are aware, especially like the higher ups for the most part, are aware of the work that you put in different avenues of your job. So because they're having conversations with you. So I'm not talking about the people that don't talk to you, right? They just know that you might show up, you might do a camera too. Like that. I'm talking about the people that have. And so like in those time frames when you didn't, I don't, I it, it makes me feel some type of way that, yes, you didn't have that, but they understood your work. They understood your responsibilities. But I'm talking about the people that had conversations with you.
But the people who had conversations with you are the people that are responsible for giving me a raise.
They can still speak on your behalf.
But who are they to speak on my behalf?
Because you didn't have any superior that was able to do that for you.
I went back to the no superior part because that doesn't. I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying. I just in a business structure, if I'm the top if I'm the top nigga that gives out the raises, I don't care what other people say. I want to hear from the person that manages you why you deserve this raise.
But you didn't have a manager.
That's my point.
So I'm saying that, knowing that, like, if you're looking at the structure and you understand that I'm the person that's giving all the money, the only person that can speak for yourself is the person that's doing that. No, if there's other people that are aware of even the simplest things that you do, can be able to speak on your behalf, like, why not? I think they still should have gave you the proper, allow people that have interacted with you to speak on your behalf. Now, I understand how hierarchy works. I understand how even people's decisions, depending on the level that they are and how that works. I just think that because you didn't have that, and that's where that's where I was at, was that I didn't have, I only had a supervisor. I didn't have a manager. So even if the supervisor tried to support me, it didn't matter because they weren't taking. Yes, absolutely. You don't see there's a difference? So, okay, so I'm going to say, let's think about a supervisor as a team lead instead of a supervisor. So there's going to be somebody that's going to see over the team, and then there's somebody that they report to like that. So when I say supervisor, think about it like use those words interchangeable. So does that make more sense to you? Okay. So sometimes a team lead can't manage. They can only do what they can do because they're told by management what to do. So sometimes when management is removed, like, the supervisor is only as strong as their team.
Yeah. No, I understand that. But my thing is just going back to my situation, it's it's like I had supervisors. I did have supervisors. But the thing is, my supervisors didn't know what my job was. So it was more like I had somebody that approved my days off.
So do you think that's some fault of your own that you never list your responsibilities to them? Okay. Okay.
Because it was working for me. All the freedom in the world. That trust equity is great.
Yes, but it wasn't monetary. And so because they couldn't quantify or actually solidify all the things that you did, it kind of took away from your opportunities or promotions because they weren't fully aware. Which I can understand that. I can understand that wholeheartedly. But yeah, you also said that you said that Drake believed it because he.
He benefited from it.
But what happens in this situation? Like, once you put that on the forefront and use it as evidence, doesn't that take away your value?
I think so. I'm with you. I 1000% believe that.
Like, I'm letting it go. Like, I'm not pressuring nothing. You can just kind of you change your environment if you don't like the scene.
Bigger than the label.
I want to say that he is. Now that we have,
he has to believe that.
But
to play this card, I think so. I think that's putting your own dirty laundry out there.
That would be the only way, because you said that he believes that it happened for him. So if he can believe that and that's his evidence, then it takes away from a lot of things that he's achieved.
I 1000% agree with that. So my thing is, I don't understand why he would do that. Like, I don't know. I think for me it's interesting. I think all of this is interesting. Just because of who Drake is and his fall from Drake's team really fast.
I think he had so much ego because any other rapper that really wanted to stay, like Meek Mill, still made music after the fact. If he really wanted to stay relevant, he would focus on the music than this lawsuit. Like, even find a banger that could overpower that by the time the football championship come into play. I'm not saying it's something. I'm just saying.
Like, Kendrick has killed this man's image. Like, totally. When you think about a year ago, Drake was everywhere. You could not see Drake. Now, Drake put out this past year. Drake put out, I would say, at least 7 songs,
That's it.
and none of them caught fire. Not a. And he had songs with people that you would think like the Sexy Red song would kick off. No, no. Like, I think we're gonna look in a couple years. We're gonna look back at this beat and dissect a lot from.
It's gonna be another like 50 Cent Ja Rule or Murder Inc. Because Murder Inc. was over, but the feds was already on them, so it just kind of it was hand in hand.
There was some legality.
Yeah, it was hand in hand. Yeah.
This is more of like you was everybody's favorite. Now you're like the most hated.
Oh, that's a nice bar, Greg.
I know she can rap.
I don't think so. Okay.
Let it fly. Just let it fly. You ain't even have to.
I didn't even say nothing.
But your face did.
Who saw it, Greg?
Me.
My bad.
Only person that matters.
You right?
We good?
Yeah.
All right. If you are still with us, we are at our show. The end of the show. Part of the show called Dialogue. Dialogue is part of the comedy show. Where we talk about something that we found interesting this past week. Do you have anything?
Yes, I have two, but I feel like one of them might be yours too. So I don't know if I want to say it, but one of them is that I saw Wicked, and I didn't see the play. It was really good. I thought they were gonna have some more songs because it was a musical, but it was good. I'm actually looking forward to the second part. I didn't see the Broadway show. I actually just bought the book on Audibles, and it's 16 hours. It's taking me some time to get through that book. It's a lot of names too.
Do you read it on 1 or 1.2 speed?
No, I just listen to it on 1. The time, like, no, I would listen to it on 1 because usually, like, when I'm listening to audibles, like, I could be working or driving. Like, it's things about like it. I know that by the time maybe this chapter ends, I'm gonna get to the destination, or I'm gonna be done cleaning this thing, or like it kind of, or it gives me like a time limit. So I kind of played in its time, and it has like different voices, so I really want to pay attention to that. If it was like more robotic, I probably would have listened to it faster. But yeah, and Kendrick Lamar was phenomenal.
Agreed.
Phenomenal.
Mustard! Don't play.
And it started with a G and an N. If it had an S, I'm like, this album is mine, Greg. It's mine.
What do you mean let's start with it? It could be Greg Nelson next too.
Hey. You know, you're an asshole. Whatever.
I gave you that. Oh my gosh.
It was sarcasm. I felt the sarcasm in there, but yeah. Look at that. It was a phenomenal album. But yeah. You?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar was great. It's cool. New dialogue. Oh, I watched The Penguin.
You finished it?
Yes.
You enjoyed it?
It was really good. Really, really, really good. And are you gonna watch it? Because I'm about to give a whole spoiler alert.
Go ahead, do your thing. Well,
So
spoiler for everyone else, but
yes. So people are trying to figure out why he killed what's the little nigga name? The little nigga that was with him the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He killed him because he became a liability.
Yeah.
Cause he cared about him. Like, how did people not understand that? His whole thing was, and if you watch throughout the entire show, the people that kept getting got was the people who cared about their family, or had people that they cared about, or had loved ones. And it finally caught up to him. They got his mom, and it almost got him. And he was like, see, nah, I can't be caring for people. Caring for people got me, could kill my whole empire. That's why he killed him. Like, he smothered the shit out of that little nigga. I felt bad for him. But people was like really questioning, like, why would he kill him? I thought it was pretty self-explanatory.
I can see where they're coming from, but I can also see where you're coming from too. Because, don't show love because love will get you killed. That happened in the Get Rich or Die Trying. I want to say that. Mm-hmm. But when you are in an empire like that, if you ever seen longevity with dons or head of organizations, they have at least one person that they can trust. Mm-hmm. And that's because it goes both ways. And so regardless of everybody that you have surrounded around you, you know that there's one person that you can trust. But now when you're surrounding around people that you don't care about and probably don't care about you, it's easy for you to be in a situation where you can be tripped up. You can get set up because they don't care about you.
Yeah.
You have the one person that if you called them to do something for you or you need help or whatever, they're going to show up for you. They're not going to watch you die.
True.
And so I think that's where the double-edged sword comes from, because you can understand his thought process, but it's going to end up being the detriment to him.
I just believe everybody has a price.
I still believe that if he wanted to increase his empire, he would have kept him around.
I don't think he could.
He would have kept him around. That would be like, what's the highest thing? Like lieutenant general? What is it?
The highest, like, I don't fucking know.
Whatever. Like his partner. Like,
Lieutenant,
I didn't even have to be his partner, right? But like.
Second in command?
Yeah. Like, because they gone through it together. He was there from the beginning. Like, you already killed him off in the first season. It was just like, that's someone that would have, help you grow because you trusted him. Even in the first episode, like, he could have left and never come back.
You saw it?
The first episode.
Oh, he could have. You're right.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, it's the idea that you understand that Penguin has this narcissism about him, and maybe it could be part of his ailments, how he grew up, and
definitely
all
on
those
spectrum.
Things. So I think that if he really took that into consideration, he's now going to surround himself around people that.
The only thing I would say is yes, he could have old boy could have left. Like, he gave him the opportunity to leave and he decided not to. Mm-hmm. I still think I would have let him leave. I don't think he needed to kill him. But I just understood the reasoning for killing him. His mom is no longer a threat because she's a vegetable. She's still alive, but she can't talk. She can't do shit. So she's no longer, you can get to his mother any way possible. She ain't gonna do shit. But if you, and I'm a believer in this, everybody has a price. Whether it's your life, whether it's monetary, everybody has a price when a decision is being placed in front of you. I don't know too many people that Greg taking the bullet for nobody. That's just me. Maybe my child. That's a big maybe. But I like and value my life. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I'm going to assume that this little nigga values his life on some level. So at some point, somebody gonna come for this nigga to get to me. Let's just eliminate this problem altogether.
And I think that is being a little forward thinking when you haven't allowed the person, like, and I can't even say you didn't allow the person the opportunity to show you that. He's shown you that on countless times that he's gonna show up for you.
You right.
And so it's not until you reached the epitome of where you want to be that now, and mind you, I didn't only watch the first episode, that now you have to eliminate me. But it also puts you in a vulnerable space because now you don't really have anybody surrounding you that genuinely supports you.
It's a double-edged sword because you're right. Because you don't have anybody you can trust. And the bitch turned on him too. The prostitute bitch. Yo, she really, that fucked me up. I thought she was going to hold it down.
She did it before or after?
She did it before.
Then
she gave up his mom's address.
So then maybe that was the turning point for him. Maybe understanding her.
I don't know if he knew if it was her. They never said that he found
what happened to her?
The woman went to her house because she found out that her and the penguin was like fucking whatever. That was his prostitute. And she didn't even threaten her. Like, she didn't threaten to kill her or nothing. They just had a conversation and she was like, his mom lives. Like, damn, bitch. You ain't even hold it down.
Well, let's be clear, Greg. She's a prostitute. You pay for me to care or do whatever you want me to do to you. My loyalty is not to you, it's the money that you pay me.
He was like in love with her.
But that's because he paid to love her.
You're right.
So you can't, there's no loyalty when the transaction is monetary and now you're expecting my loyalty. We're not friends. I don't fuck you for free.
That's fair.
You pay me.
That's fair.
That's a logical thought. She probably would have to go before old boy had to go. Old boy could have left town.
Yeah, you're right.
She don't have no loyalty to him. You pay me to be here, and when you don't pay me, I'm not here. And if somebody try to take my life or put me in a position, I have no problems telling them about you. You just a nigga that pay me to fuck you.
But if I'm paying you and you still turn on me, that's crazy.
No, it's a transaction. Once you pay me, it's over. There's no connection after that. You can pay me one time and never see me again. You pay me 2 times and never see me.
They had like an ongoing shit.
Yeah, because you're paying me.
And he was still paying the bitch.
All right, but you think I'm gonna die because you pay me and I don't care to fuck you, but I only do it because you pay me?
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right.
No. If I don't got fucked up, there's gonna be another nigga that's gonna wanna pay for it too.
That's fair.
I don't see any loyalty that she had to him because there's an arrangement for payment. It's money. I can get money from if I'm a prostitute. That's my job.
Okay, you right. You ain't wrong.
But not to kill old boy that showed him loyalty. He ain't pay him.
You did pay him.
Not the first few times. He was threatening. He was threatening his life at first.
Yeah, but then they became friends.
I'm telling you that it's different. The transaction started as monetary with the prostitute. It didn't start that way with old boy. And he saw his loyalty and he decided to start paying him.
True.
That's the difference. Is that I put in work and I did this. Other part is I knew I was paying for the pussy from the beginning. Period. I don't listen to pussy a lot.
Okay. Go check out the Penguin on Max. It's pretty cool. I'm done.
Oh, I saw something else, Greg.
What?
The music playing?
What music?
Outro? Not yet?
What are you talking about?
Our outro music is not playing yet, right?
Sure, no.
Oh no, we don't have outro music. We just have I Just Talk. Is it quiet? I'm sorry. I feel like it's been too long. I saw Blink twice.
What's that?
Blink Twice is a movie with Channing Tatum and Lenny Kravitz's daughter directed the movie. What's her name?
Zoe?
Yes, Zoe Kravitz. And it's basically about I'm gonna call him an entrepreneur because I don't know if he's like an artist per se. I want to say that he is, and he meets women and he takes them on his private plane and he brings them to his island, and he ends up. Oh, this is spoiler alert for anyone that didn't watch it because I had to wait for it to be on TV, and it's on MGM, by the way. And he would drug them, but they wouldn't know. It would be like a spray that they would put on them, so they would forget whatever happened. And during the times where they would forget, they would hang out, they would drink, they would party, and then at the end of the night, they would end up getting SA'd and tortured, and they wouldn't know what happened the day after. So they would just stay there. And then it got to the point where they thought it was going to be a weekend, and they've been there for days, weeks. The way that they were able to have an antidote was the was snake venom. And that's how they started remembering things. And once they did, they started shutting everything down. I don't want to tell you guys the end, but it was so good. So the main girl, she happened to find out that she was there already, and he let her go. And they wanted to test the potion so well that if she would remember him, and she didn't. And in the end, they ended up setting the house on fire, but she ends up saving him and making him take the antidote where he doesn't remember things. And now they're married, and she run all the shit. It gave me a little ditty. It gave me a little ditty in there. It did. The idea that like drugs were taking allegedly, that people wouldn't remember what happened the day after. And then they would just continue to party like nothing ever happened until they may or may not realize that they were being SH. Okay.
We good?
Yeah. Watch Blink Twice. It's on MGM if you guys want to. Thank you so much for making it this far in this episode. Greg and I want to let you know that we enjoy you, enjoying us, talking. And as we approach the end of the year, we wanted to say that we definitely appreciate y'all. And at the same time, Greg, you want to let you know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yeah, you can follow me on X and Instagram at GregNelson26, and follow the pod on X, Instagram, and TikTok at JustAConvo_pod. And listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or Amazon Podcasts, Acast, wherever you like to listen you to your PODCASTS.
You spelled it right. Okay. And you can find me, my amazing individuals.
You know, fabulous wasn't spelling fabulous.
Yeah.
That shit fucked me up.
I know, because in school when I was like, that's not it. Because even though he used to be like FABOLO, you'd be like, that's not how you spell fabulous.
Oh.
Yeah. You can find me, my amazing individuals, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at GCarly7. And that's GQARLY and the number 7. And if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, who needs to be reminded today, Greg and I want you to go be great. Gigi.